4, 3, 2. Yeah, we there.
We're here.
Refresh.
And
Refresh.
we be live.
As we
Mhm.
was just talking about, so you guys, you actually think that time wise, we good, right?
Oh yeah, we're good.
Yes,
Whatever happens, happen, Captain.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
it is what it is.
That it is.
If you guys are out there watching, hit us now. Let us know that you're here. We got a nice show coming up. So we waiting on some of you guys to tap in. You know, even though I'm a little late, I appreciate it if y'all go ahead and tap in. I don't see me live, you guys. I don't see it.
I'm here.
Oh, hold on. Let me ask my wife if she can see us.
'Cause I'm not seeing no one tapping in. Ain't nobody tapping in. Ain't nobody. Where's my
I don't know.
I know, right?
I don't live there. I don't know.
I have no idea.
Oh, there we are. Okay, I see it now. Okay. I think it took me something on my end to refresh. We here. I was just waiting so I can get somewhere so I can share, let everybody know that we here. You know what I'm saying? What are y'all sharing on? Oh, first of all, man, how about them? Cheese. Yeah, dog.
Mhm.
We do got all KC right now on here too as well. So they got they got
All
one
right.
to
So,
reckon with.
so Jill says we live. So
Yeah. Mhm.
all right.
That's
Yep.
what's up. Yeah, man. Everybody's I don't know. That game had me on edge, dog. The game had me on edge. But they always do that, right?
Always.
Always. So, that's okay though. We're gonna kill. We're gonna kill him. We're gonna kill him. We gotta get this one more. You know what I'm saying? Who's that in there? We got somebody in the house.
Miss
Fat
Jill.
boy, if you out there watching, man, you need to only tap in on the
Yeah,
road while
tap
you're on the
in.
road.
Tap in or something.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Tap in and
Jill.
get in on this conversation while you're on the road.
Jill said Chiefs.
That's what's up. All right, man. So y'all ready?
Let's
Getting
go.
ready. Born ready.
All right.
Ready, set, go.
We continue sharing as I go, y'all. And then cool. All right, let's get it started. 5, 4, 3, 2.
All our illusions will disappear, and all the reasons start to fade.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Reasons, the show where you can give your reasons why you think what you feel about what we're talking about today. We should know this, man. We say no.
Dear brother, how do y'all deal with erectile dysfunction when you're in a relationship?
I wouldn't know how to do it unless I had it. And remember, if they're talking about you behind your back, they behind you for a reason. Peace.
I love y'all.
What's up?
Hey.
Welcome to Reasons, y'all. It's your boy Fuel in the house.
Black Lifting, the place to be. Let's get it going.
And Dr. C, what do you see?
What do you see? That's what's up. Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome. We appreciate you guys tapping in. The show, we got a good show for you guys today. We're talking about, are you getting the bare minimum of your relationship? Okay. Also, we got a good one in history of blackness. Although we got Fat Boys not with us today, but he left us with a little something to marinate on while he was gone. So we got that. And we got a real good dear brothers and sisters, but you gotta wait until it's time before I tell y'all what it is. Now, so watch the whole show. All right. That's what's up, man. How was y'all weekend? Or week. Actually, y'all week, I guess is what I want to say.
And amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been good.
Well, our prayers go out to those families for the that flight that got hit in the what lake was that?
So yeah, condolences to the victims of the American Airlines commuter jet that left Wichita, and the 3 military Army members on the helicopter. Basically, as I said, prayers go out to the family and friends and anybody that knew them. As of right now, they're saying that there are no survivors.
No.
Wow.
So, prayers and condolences and just everybody live each day like it's your last, because you never know when it might be.
Yeah. You never know, man. You never know. I had a friend actually that she flies for the airline. Yes. And luckily, of course, that's one of their main flights and stuff they go back and forth to. And thank God if she, 'cause I was really concerned about her, and I had to call and check and see. It was not, and it's the scary thing is like thinking, like once you dial, a number and they don't answer, all the bad things just go in your head. You know what I'm saying? Although it might not have been, which it was the case yesterday, and I'm dialing on and she ain't answering. I'm thinking like, oh shoot, man, I hope nothing happened to her. I hope she wasn't part of it.
Yeah.
And praying, and then come, then finally she texts me, or actually I seen a post of her saying something about it, which made me, feel a little bit better, saying that she was okay. But still,
Right.
it's kind of like that freak accident happening like that from I think it's what was the they were doing a test flight or something out there, the chopper.
No, the chopper was they were doing a training flight.
Yeah, training flight
in the area. Yeah. And just to clarify, so the American plane that went down was a CRJ-70, which is a plane that only carries 70 people. So it was a smaller jet. It was a commuter jet. It wasn't like a 737 or nothing like that.
Yeah.
And they had just started. As a matter of fact, they had just started that direct flight from Wichita to DC a year ago, like exactly a year ago this month.
Yeah.
So it's a commuter jet that only seated 70 people.
Oh, okay. Cool. And well, once again, our prayers go out to those families out there. Anything else exciting you got going on in the news before we get into this topic? What's going on, man? What's the deal with I don't. Of course, man, we got to talk about it because he's just ignorant.
I knew. Come on.
I know, right? Our president. Yeah. I don't know what the heck he's trying to do. This takeover, dude. Like he's trying to take us backwards. Really, to be honest with you, all the accomplished work that has been done, trying to use money and take money and freeze the federal funds and all this stuff, whatever that he's doing right now, man, is just ridiculous. I don't agree to it. Even though whatever he's trying to freeze it for, as far as it trickles down to mostly the unwealthy. You know what I'm saying? And bother and messes up their lives or making them struggle even more. Us, I'm talking about sure, me too. I'm poor too, like making us struggle. A whole lot more. All the promises that he talked about. Prices going to go down, and why he did all that stuff first? You know what I mean? Get all of that first. Let us see that the real shit you talking about that you're going to do, and you ain't even started that. So it's just crazy, man, in the news right now. So I don't think I've been following that or what. But
do you see who his advisors are? Like, are you paying attention to who?
Yeah, it's a bunch of clowns.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you can't expect people to do something.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And they
And
don't
so, yeah.
know. It's not impacting them. So this is what we have to realize and remember, that anything that they're doing right now doesn't impact them.
Mm-hmm.
Impacts the people that depend on those checks, the people that are lower class, middle class to lower class people that, they're paying Peter to pay Paul, right now. And so they're doing things trying to get people riled up to see what federal workers are going to do, because they
Right.
are going to offer some opportunities for people to probably retire early or see who will come back into the building. And if they don't come back into the building, then they will be, losing their jobs. But we have to think about who is his advisory. Like when you really think about the people that he has advising them, anything that they do right now does not impact them.
Right.
And it never does. So even the first 4 years, everything he did, it didn't impact him and the people that he had around him.
No.
So he's always going to come in and try to mess up everything. He did it when Obama was there. He, came in and tried to strip everything that Obama had did. And now that he's back, he's trying to strip everything that Biden has done.
So he literally had a press conference yesterday and said that this plane crash he tried to blame it on Obama and Biden.
Are you kidding me?
Have you not not paying attention to the media? Yes, he had a press.
I didn't pay attention to that. No, I was too busy worrying about
family.
What was going
you
on
can look
itself.
it up. He says that because the FAA had a website up and it said that they wanted to hire little people and people that couldn't see and people that were missing limbs and people that were not mentally fully there.
What?
And so you gotta just when we get done here, look up his press conference from yesterday, and you will literally be shocked and amazed. And if you don't have time for that, just look up DL Hughley and all the other people that talked about his press conference, and they go into a deep dive about some of the BS that this man is spewing. And so basically he's trying to turn certain people against. He's basically trying to incite people to go against other people in our nation.
Wow.
And so basically he's teaching people to question any Black person or any person that has a job, to question them and ask them, so how did you get this job? Did you get it just because you were Black?
What?
Or because you were crippled, or because you couldn't see, or because you this and this. That's what his speech was yesterday. And that's what he wants to do.
See, man. It's just frustrating, dude. It's getting so frustrating.
But don't let it, because this is the thing. This is what he wants to happen. He wants people to be frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
Wants us to be frustrated so that he can do what he's going to do. Because once you get certain people frustrated, then they stop. The hope goes away.
Right.
The things they need to do in order to make change. So
the problem is he doesn't care about us. He only cares about the colonizers that he's trying to reach, and basically just make them go out here and just feel like they're gonna walk up and slap a Black person.
Man.
But that ain't going good.
The reality is this: the fact that he does what he does, and he has people, all colors of brown, acting and responding to his foolishness as he tries to incite the people that he wants to incite. Guess what it does? It takes us away from what we should be focusing on, which is handling our business, doing what we need to do to take care of ourselves and our family and keep it pushing. And then whatever he incites, then you have a chance to, be like, hey, no, we're not handling that. We're not dealing with that. But if we get so frustrated that we stop really paying attention and we get caught up in the rhetoric, which is what he does. He's good. This is his job. This is why he was so, when he was on TV, why everybody liked him, because he was so excitable in his antics. So if we get caught up in the antics, then guess what? We lose sight of what the real purpose is. So we can't be frustrated behind his foolishness. I can't be emotional about his emotions, because right now he's unstable. I need somebody to get a white jacket and put it on him and sit him somewhere.
That part. Exactly.
Because mentally, he's not there. If you can take and turn a tragedy into a clown game and talk about people that have disabilities and things like that, and try to make
And the worst part is that people fucking believe it. You have people that
and that,
actually believe it.
and
That's
that's
the
the
part.
problem. He's
That's
using
the
all this
daggone
stuff as a
problem.
distraction to distract us away from the fact that the price of eggs he said was going to bring down ain't gone down. As a matter of fact, it's going to go up another 30%.
Eggs is
And-
30. You
and-
know,
and-
eggs is $12
Bruh,
here.
I've been to the store
It's
and I was like,
$12 here.
I'm glad I got a case of eggs before all this crap went down.
$12.
I was like, what the hell?
Nigga, I'm only gonna eat eggs for one.
I went to the store and I told my mom, I said, you know, I haven't been to the store in a long time. I go in and eggs is $8. It's
Man,
$8 a dozen though. I'm like, what? $8 a dozen.
what's up? Let's recognize
about
everybody
12
that's on here,
eggs.
guys. Jill is in the house. Of course, she's always in the house.
Yeah.
Austin, man. Austin said I've heard he said I heard people saying that for years, unfortunately. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we got stupid Marshall's in the house. What's up,
Marshall
Marshall? He
because
said I got this job because I'm Marshall. You stupid.
Yeah.
You can borrow one of mine. Yeah,
Look,
man.
I'm gonna go next door and borrow one egg.
I know, right?
Can I get an egg? I need to make an omelet real quick. I need one
That's
egg.
crazy, man. It's ridiculous. I see Pretty Lou is on Instagram. I mean on Facebook as well. So if you're watching, join the conversation. And if you want to call in, you guys, we have a chat line that you can actually call in on. It's what I do with it. There we go.
Oh Lord, here we go.
Hush it up, man. 747-998-3492. Hit us up at 747-998-3492 if y'all want to join in on the conversation. You know, if y'all want to call.
Marshall finna call. Come on,
Call
Marshall.
it. Oh, shoot, I forgot. Dang it. Damn it. Man, see, now you got it. You're encouraging him, and then he's going to call. Dang it. All right. But call Marshall. We don't care. It's all good, man. You my boy.
What up, Lou?
That's my boy.
Yeah.
What
Pretty
up,
Lou.
Pretty Lou? Pretty Lou's in the house. Hey, so, all right. Let's get into this first topic, y'all.
let's go.
The question is, and matter of fact, I want to see if you guys, I mean, of course, you know, he's got a video too. So the question is, are you getting the bare minimum of your relationship? And of course, I've been doing a little deep dive into the internet, you know. So here's a little something for you guys to see what y'all think.
Okay.
Listen, when a woman really loves you, she does not give you the bare minimum. Not at all, baby. She gives you more than the max. Okay? You are a priority of hers. All right? She actually, and this may sound crazy because I hear men say that they are service to the woman. But women that really love you are service to the man. Real talk. They are. Baby, they asking you, do you need anything?
Hold on, Marshall.
Are you sure? Are you good? What's going on with you? How's your day been? Is there anything I can do to make you feel better? Relax. I got you. You see what I'm saying? Yep. Those women that really love you, they really about that life. They're not making excuses. They're not saying, well, if you did this for me, then I'll do this for you. No. They're just doing things for you because it's in them. You see what I'm saying? They're not doing all of that extra stuff. Because see, a woman that really loves you is going to take care of you. All right? And if you have that kind of woman, don't waste your time looking elsewhere, because it is not a lot of women in the world that is really showing you how much they love you and want you and don't want to live without you. Yeah, you heard it here first.
All right, y'all heard it there first from Portia Patterson. Appreciate you in that video. You know, I want to get a love and shout out for you, you know, for giving us the video, giving us a little something to talk about. All right. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? What she was saying? Does that
I mean, I'm me personally, I'm a little, I don't want to say I'm hurt, but I'm a little offended by what she said.
why is that?
Because she definitely she put women down.
No, she didn't. No, she didn't.
At the end, what did she say? She said there's not a lot of women out there that would give you that.
And it's true. There's not a lot
I
of
don't,
women
I don't
that.
think there's not a lot of men out there that'll give you that either.
Okay, so let's get into this conversation then. Let's go.
Okay, Dr. C, I see what you got. What you got to say on this one? Because I'm like,
No, it's true. And I think you have to know your worth. So, one of my things is this,
Oh, hold on. Before I want to cut you out, I got Marshall on the phone, you guys. So,
okay, what you want? Ask Marshall what does he think.
hey, Marshall, you there?
I'm here.
Can y'all hear him? Y'all hear him?
Yeah, what does he
Can
think?
you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, man. Crazy boy. Hey,
I've been waiting for you to give Dr. C my phone number.
okay,
I knew it was
hang up
coming.
on Marshall.
I knew it was
Hang up
coming.
on Marshall. Okay,
Hey.
Marshall.
Hey, Marshall. So, what did you think about the video? Did you see the video?
No, I came in a couple minutes late. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, what'd you want, man? What'd you want? Just call in and mess with us? What?
Yeah, it sure did. Like usual.
Yeah.
They were looking for a straight jacket, so I told them they could borrow one of mine.
Oh, that's what you was talking about. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I
But
thought March was talking about eggs, but he's talking about straight jackets. Okay.
No, not only that, I believe he has a straight jacket. Oh man, you stupid, man. All right, man. Did you have anything you want to talk about real quick before we leave?
That's cool. Just looking to say hi. Give Dr. C my phone number. Tell her to call me.
All right. Well, you got to call this number. You can talk to her all the time.
Ask her if she wants to go out with me.
she's not in Cali. She's not in Cali, Marshall.
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, yeah, you got some money. You can roll back and forth to where she is.
God.
All right, look.
Never mind, man. Let me quit. Let me stop.
Got my phone. Dr. C, let's
right,
get what you got.
All right, Marshall. We'll talk to you in a few, man. We talk to you later. Thanks, man. Peace.
Bye-bye.
No, but I mean, so unfortunately, she's absolutely right. But it's not just women; it's men too.
Mm-hmm.
It goes both ways, and I think for a person, when you feel you found your person and that's who you're with, you're not trying to do anything that's less than what you want for yourself.
Mm.
So you're going to do and go the extra mile, because guess what? You're paying attention to what he likes. You're paying attention to what she likes. You're paying attention to what the needs are, and so you're taking up in places where they may not be thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Do those things because you're wanting to do that for them. Now, there are some people that are sitting there and saying, well, I'm only going to do this when they do this, or I'm only going to do that when they do that. But the reality is, first of all, you got to think about, are you in a relationship, a commitment? Are you married? Or are you trying to figure out, are you just hanging with somebody? You're hanging with several people. So you're trying to see what you can get from several people and who's going to do what they need to do for you in order for you to do what you need to do for them. So I think you got to just figure out where you are in whatever the relationship is with whomever it's with. And that's men and women. So you only get what you're giving out. And if somebody is telling you, oh, well, I'm not doing this. Well, first of all, you need to have a lot of conversations up front. So you guys know I'm hanging out. So there's no commitment with me. We hanging out. Now, while we're hanging out and getting to know each other, if I might decide that I'm going to cook and you want to eat, then okay, you're invited to a meal. But I don't have to do that for you because
So to a person that you're just hanging out with, are you paying attention to that person in order? Let me finish. Are you paying attention to that person in order to make them a priority? Or are you just kind of like letting it go with the flow to see if and it just naturally happened as it being a priority to that, for that person?
There is no priority until I'm in a commitment. I'm hanging out so I can get to know you. I may not even like you after 2 times.
You can't make a priority of certain priorities for that person that you're actually trying to get to know.
No. Why would I?
I don't know, because you getting to know. I mean, he said, I don't know.
No, what? No.
I mean, this is the thing. Okay, say for instance, if I want to talk to a chick, right? If I'm interested in that person or whatever, yes, I am paying attention to those things or whatever, because my mindset is to have that woman as my woman. So if it's something I see that I need, that I could be a part of and make a priority to do that for that person, then that's basically what I'm gonna do, to let her know. Now, if she reciprocate, that's a different thing. But if I see that woman and I'm like, damn, I want her. I need to, show her that I want her. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, or whatever. At least that's gonna be in my mind or whatever, to, because I want her to know this. She got a good man. This man is thinking about her. This man is on her mind. I mean, she's on his mind, so I'm not going to wait. I'm not going to say, oh, well, until we together, I'm not going to do nothing. Until we together, we can't do this or we can't do that because we're not together. I'm going to do things or whatever for me to make. I'm going to do things to me that's going to make me happy, and it's going to at least be something that I'm thinking is making her happy or whatever, in order for us to grow. And not to say it's going to always work. I can't say that's going to always work, because obviously not, because I'm by myself right now. So
you said it, I didn't. You said it, I didn't.
But I'm just saying though. But
Yeah.
still, as a man, if I'm interested in a woman or whatever, you know what I'm saying, it's not going to just be hang out. It's going to be me getting to know her, getting to know things about her, or whatever, and doing things or whatever to her where I feel is a priority for her. You know what I'm saying? But
so the thing is this, like you said, you're doing what you want to do because that's what you're interested in. That's what you're trying to prove or show her. The reality is everybody is not reciprocal in that way.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, exactly.
You don't know if they like you like that. So people will accept a gift. They will accept things if a person is wanting to give that to them.
Right.
But it's not to say you can't be expecting them to be reciprocal to you because you're doing certain things.
That's my point. It's not an expectation. I don't expect them, but it's just me how I am towards them.
Right. So
period. That's just me.
For me, and I say it all the time, this is just me. I can't speak for nobody else.
Exactly.
I am not interested in you off the cuff being my guy. Because I need to know something. Like I can say something that you would be like, make you just break down. Because sometimes I need to know that you can handle all the seasons, not just come in when it's summer and the weather's nice, and then when we hit fall and we get into winter, and now we back at spring, you having a nervous breakdown because you're saying that I don't do act or whatever. Well, first of all, I didn't sign up for that. We're just getting to know each other. When you are relaxed and you can just be yourself, this is how you find out if you and the person's compatible, if you even like each other, because you're relaxed in it. Nobody's having to hurry up and try to do something to try to prove anything. We're relaxed in it. So when you relax and you get to know the person, now, if both of you say, okay, we together, then you're not going to do the bare minimum because you have come into an agreement that you have a commitment in a relationship. But when you're just getting to know a person, somebody may be doing more than the other because they're really trying to show that, hey, this is, I'm digging you. This is what I want. But that person may be over here, and like she said, bare minimum. They may be doing the bare minimum because one, they don't know, they haven't made a decision yet if they really want to be with the person. Even though I see and notice everything. Any guys that's been around me, I know exactly what's going on. I know what they like, don't like. I know when I have flipped them and they ready to have a tantrum. I see all of that. So I can point it out. I may not say nothing, but I pointed out, and a couple of times people have asked me, said, well, did you notice when this and this happened? I said, I did. And they said, well, how do you know? I can pinpoint exactly the time, when it happened, the day it happened, attitude change, all of that, because I'm always paying attention, but I don't necessarily have to, get caught up in somebody else's emotions. And again, I'm not willing to just give and do all of this stuff for somebody just off the cuff.
So
I-
is the guy a how can I put how do you go about? I mean, do you? I don't know. Maybe if I'm
but what you guys are talking about is pre-relationship.
Yeah.
You're not talking about being in a relationship. If you are in an active relationship and everything has to be transactional,
because we single. I mean,
I know that, but I'm just saying, if you are actively in a relationship and everything has to be transactional, like quid pro quo, okay, if I do this for you, then you got to do this for me. Okay, that to me, that's the bare minimum.
Yeah.
Because you're not going above and beyond.
Yeah,
You're not trying to enhance the relationship. You're only just giving somebody something because they're giving you something.
Right.
And in my relationships that I've been in, my serious relationship, there was no bare minimum anything. It was all in 100 plus.
Right.
Doing and taking care of, making sure they're good. Wherever they were slacking, I had them. Wherever I was, they had me. So in a relationship, there's never a bare minimum for me because we're together. We're working towards something. We're looking and taking care of each other.
Right.
So you put your best foot forward all the time in that, because now you should know the person well enough to know and understand what their likes are, dislikes, where their shortcomings are, what their strengths are, what their weaknesses are, and understand these things. The little things that make them smile. May not be big, the little things that you can get a smile out of them, or you showing them, hey, I care, I love you. This is what, these are some of the things I know you like. So a good example of one of my exes, he was in sales for pharmaceutical sales. And so, they have to go off and go to training and stuff all the time. But because I knew the little things that he liked as far as snacks, when he came back, I would go to his house, I would cook dinner. I had these balloons and saying congratulations because he passed his test and all those things.
Right.
That was something that he never experienced it. But because I knew that these were things that he liked, they were little things, but they were him.
Right.
So the little things became very huge because they was something that was never done before. But I've never been a bare minimum person in any of my serious relationships that I've had. It's always, 100 and more.
Before getting into a relationship is bare minimum. Basically.
Before getting into a relationship, I'm barely there.
Bare nothing.
Exactly. That's what I mean. When you working up,
I ain't barely there.
Yeah, when you working up into a relationship, of course you're gonna give the bare minimum because you don't want to get burned. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta learn that person. You gotta learn who they are.
Like you said, you are gonna give a bare minimum. And like I said, I ain't go like crazy out the way to do something.
Well, no, ain't nobody said all that.
Right, but I'll, what I'm saying, and basically me just raised just have just chivalry is some of the bare minimums that most people don't even have. You know what I'm saying? Or women actually have, I open door for a woman and she look at me like, damn, really?
Oh, I've done that too.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, okay, let the door hit you.
So, so when I say bare minimum, when it comes in before you actually in a relationship, it's just natural things basically that I would do for somebody or with someone that I think that they were really, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like where I was at with that.
Yeah, lady, one of my friends was here and we went to go get something to eat. And he came and opened the door. This lady was walking past him about, girl, you better keep him. I was like, what is she talking about? And then she explained, she's like, girl, they ain't that many men doing that nowadays.
Right.
She said, you better keep him. Me and him both busted out laughing. I said, oh, well, this is something that, these are things that we grew up with.
Exactly.
You grow up with men opening the door, pulling your chair out, all of those things, So
Austin said that that's not real. That's like 1% of women.
Austin, you ain't had a
Austin, man, it gotta be more than 1%, dog. Come on.
Austin's a young cat. He ain't really
he
ain't really had no love.
He said, I agreed with Sean 100%. Not a lot of men will do that either.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah,
and Jill says, go ahead.
Jill says, same Dr. C. I was not interested in having a man, so accepting bare minimum was not an option.
Mm.
There are men everywhere. I wanted a badass life partner.
There you
Yep,
go.
that's it.
Okay, so okay, let's use you Lift as a, because when you guys got together and you got, did you go beyond to show Jill that you're the man for her to you know what I'm saying? And even I'm talking about from planning on to having a house together and all this, all before you guys got married. What was it like as far as uh
Your courting period.
yeah,
I mean,
basically,
for us, because we were a little bit older, and I was older in the scene. To me, what I did would be called extra stuff to some people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like if we look at the fact that, like even to this day, I still open her door for her to the car and things like that. Because to me, that was, like you said, that was stuff that we were raised to do. And my bottom line is that if you do that to get someone, you need to keep doing that when you have them.
Yeah.
Because it makes no sense. Why are you gonna stop doing the same stuff you did to get them? People nowadays, they really
That's
big
exactly
on
what
that.
happens.
They
Yes.
just they revert the hell out. They like,
Yes.
man, I ain't open this door for her. Shit, I'm going to sit down.
She can get the
it's
door.
rain-
She
yeah, it's
says
rain-
she look.
she
She
got
says she's
two
a.
hands.
She says she's a boss woman. She can get the door herself.
Yeah,
You know?
man, look, it's
Nigga,
raining.
shut up.
It's rainy and cold out here. I ain't finna stand out here in the whatever, but
Right,
yes,
right.
but so
She
for
get her
me,
own
yes,
umbrella.
I did. I think that I did go above and beyond. You have to ask Jill this,
Mhm.
but to me, my above and beyond is doing exactly what you're supposed to do as a man.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
and even beyond that, as a human being.
But like
If
you
you
said,
see
it would
somebody
look.
walking up to a door, you open the
Uh-huh.
door for them, whether it's your woman, your mama, a stranger, or
Yeah.
something like this. Hell, I even open door for men sometimes if I'm the first one there, because to me, like I said, my goal in life is to not be an asshole.
Mhm.
I don't want to be a dirtbag. I want to be a good person and provide an example to those younger people around me that see me opening doors for people, doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I did go above and beyond a little bit.
As you guys know, I sell cars, and so of course, I'm opening doors all day for women. When they
Mhm.
go in and out of the dealership.
Mhm.
But the reactions that I get, and that just no, I don't know much about the coach, that much about the culture as to how the guys are with their women in that culture. But Armenian women and Latino women, when I open the door for them, oh my God, they just like, oh, it's like you just did the world, and I'm kind of like, dang, y'all just don't get that or something. Or
So
what?
because in their culture, they're
know?
second class citizens. Women are not respected in those cultures.
Mhm.
And it's the same thing in Arab cultures. In Arab cultures, women are not seen as, no woman could ever be on the same level as a man.
They're more.
But I think I just see it as more appreciated by those women, and that's just in my experience, you guys. So don't come at me or whatever just because I said the Latino and
No, they
don't be trying to come at me. I just
no,
understand that they appreciate.
I'm sure they
You know what I'm
they know their culture. They know what it is.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Jill says he sits with his back to the door. All those things that let me know that he is present, cares, and is ready to protect me and be my man.
Here we go.
That's
another thing. Yeah.
Look, I don't care where I go. I always have that thing on my side.
Right.
So I never sit with my back to a door. Never.
Yeah. That's my thing too. Anytime we go to a restaurant, I one time, I don't know if I told y'all that before. I did tell you that before. When I was at a 7-Eleven and I was with an ex, and the guy came up to her car and I came rushing out there, what's up? What are you doing up?
Yeah. What can I help you with? Yeah.
You know what I mean? And oh my God, she was like, I could just say it was a good night.
You got rewarded. You can leave it at that. All right, keep it going. Yeah.
Move on.
Okay. All right,
Keep it
moving on.
Yeah.
All right. Also said yes, but most women don't appreciate that stuff anymore. They don't care about that stuff anymore. Don't even care about it. You said
There are many women
Oh,
who
go ahead.
absolutely do appreciate those things, and they should let you know.
See, there.
Yeah.
See, Austin. See, dog. You know, sis, they just answered you.
Well,
What's up, moms in the
hey,
house?
Mom.
Indeed, absolutely. And in other cultures, they don't place the women on the inside when walking down down the street. No, heck no.
Yeah, I'm against the curb at all times.
I did that. I did that one time with this lady, and I don't know if she thought that I was just tripping or what. But every time we was walking, we'd be on one side, and I'll go, on the outer side or whatever. Then we'll get onto another block, and I do the same thing. And she's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Just in case a car comes, or something happens, I can push you over, move you out the way." Oh, that's the sweetest thing. I never knew. It's just amazing, dude, how people don't understand.
So honestly, Phil, do y'all know where that custom actually originated from?
Not originated from, no.
Okay,
I just know I do it.
It originated in ancient times whenever men had to carry swords.
Mhm.
So basically, the junior officer would be on the left because most people were right-handed.
Mhm.
So therefore, if you were on the inside and you had to pull your sword out,
Mhm.
if the person was on the outside, you would cut them. So basically, it was designed for you to be on the outside. So if you needed to protect a senior officer or a senior person to your right, you could pull out your sword without hurting them.
Interesting.
It's a military thing. That's actually where it came from. That's because a superior officer is always supposed to be on the right, and you're on the left. You're on the outside. It's the same. It got passed down to like normal people that you stay on the left because you're protecting them by keeping them on the inside. So if you have to pull your sword out, you don't cut them.
Oh, okay. All right.
A little history lesson.
As we learn some history, let's get into this history of blackness.
Yeah.
We're talking about who we got today, y'all. Who we got? McDonald. William McDonald. If you guys don't know who it is, he's one of the first black millionaires. That's basically, like they say, that was against all odds of becoming a black millionaire. So being that Fat Boy isn't here today, I get to do the honor of playing a video. I ain't gonna read all this stuff. History and blackness, y'all. Here we go. Uh-oh.
This ain't it.
I know it ain't it, man. Hold up, it's coming.
There we go.
Black business district. He started by opening Fort Worth's first African-American owned bank. He bought and fixed up foreclosed homes, then rented or sold them to black families. He donated a building to the YMCA for minority kids. And he opened the Gym Hotel so black travelers had a safe place to stay.
He literally built this empire of black-owned businesses right there. When black folks drove through that 2 or 3 block radius, they felt exceedingly proud.
William McDonald died on July 4th, 1950, at the age of 84. But he still had one last laugh in store.
Even posthumously, he is still poking people in the eye because he decided that his burial place would be in fairly close proximity to the Fort Worth chapter of the Ku Klux Klan. So again, he's saying, take that.
Of William McDonald, the first black millionaire in Texas. McDonald was 40 when he moved to Fort Worth's Terrell Heights neighborhood. He built a 3-story house that looked exactly like the home of Nathan Forrest, the man who owned McDonald's father before the emancipation.
He deliberately designed a replica of Mr. Forrest's home for his home, and that was so wonderfully sarcastic.
Then he began building up the black business district. He started by opening Fort Worth's first African-American owned bank. He bought and fixed up foreclosed homes, then rented or sold them to black families. He donated a building to the YMCA for minority kids. And he opened the Gym Hotel so black travelers had a safe place to stay.
Yeah.
That's good.
There you go, baby. History of Blackness.
That's real good.
All right. So, man,
What?
it's amazing, dude, how you learn our culture and the things that we've done and how it where we are today, and it hasn't what's the word?
Translated.
Yes, into our, it's like where did we fall off? When you have someone like that, where did we fall off? And to continue in those, I understood the burning of Black Street,
Black Wall Street.
Black Walmart, you know what I'm saying?
No, Wall
And
Street.
I think Wall Street, yes.
Walmart. Black Walmart.
I didn't say
Okay.
Walmart, did I?
Walmart. This is Black
But y'all know what I meant. Y'all know what I meant.
You're talking about Greenwood and Tulsa, yeah.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? And so I know that I maybe just took a lot out of our people to not want to do something like that again or rebuild or anything like that because of being afraid of something like this happening again. But I mean, our people was just really, really smart, man. It's just and to be sarcastic or to do that, like build a house just like the one that his father, he a slave owned his father in. That's genius to me. That's like in your face type of thing. So so shouts out, man, to William McDonald's, and also shout out for the black what is it? The black what is it? I want to say it's the Black Detours News. That's what it was.
Okay.
Black Detours News. So
to keep it 100, the reason that people don't do this or don't know about that is because it's not taught in school.
Yeah.
You would never heard of this man until now, right?
Mm-hmm.
We all went to predominantly Black schools. And did we hear any of this or any of the successes that were happening or that had happened in the past? No. And it's the same thing that's happening now with our current president. Mm-hmm. They're basically trying to whitewash, and they don't understand that Black history is American history. Mm-hmm. Okay, but we don't learn about it. Nobody talks about it. The only thing they talk about is Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks.
Right.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? You don't hear about the business people. You don't hear about a lot of the scientists. You don't hear about all of that stuff. And so basically that's part of the problem. Mm-hmm. It's not being taught. And once again, if 57 has his way, that's all going to be written out of all books. You won't see anything. You won't even hear about Rosa Parks anymore.
Mm-hmm. But that's the thing is, how do you stop it, or how do you continue without even, or that's the thing.
I think it just takes other people.
Is there enough of us that even care? That's the thing.
Well, I think it's enough that may care, but there's a lot of people that have been so browbeaten down that they don't take the initiative and do the things that they need to do. If you really think about it, back in the day when they were going through all of the oppression, going through the riots, going through segregation, all of that stuff, people were driven. Why? Because it was our right, and they were trying to take our rights from us. I think it's been a little lax because we have the rights, but then you have people, when you don't have generations growing up to give you information about history and about your past and where you come from and who you are as a person and what you're capable of doing, when you don't have other people pouring history into you, then you just go by whatever somebody is giving you, feeding you.
Social media mostly.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. Just think about it. If we really think about it, we didn't have social media growing up.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So what we learned history from, aunts and uncles, family members that were in politics, in school, all of that. So we had to communicate, where we had to talk about things, where you had to, show people what to do or how to do something. Mm-hmm. Right now with social media, it's not the same. Mm-hmm. So even the drive, like kids don't want to go outside and play and do what? I ain't trying to get sweaty. I ain't trying to. So they rather sit in the house and watch TV. They rather sit in the house and play games. So the upbringing was different than it is now. And then it was pride. When you had your great grandparents or your grandparents who was working hard and you saw them do things and they were making progress and owning stuff, it was the pride of knowing that that's who you are. That's what you come from. That was legacy being left behind.
Right.
And so you took pride in that, so you know how back in the day they would say, all you got is two things, your name and your word.
Mm-hmm.
Your name and your word is everything. Your name was the name that you were given at birth, which was the last name of your father's side of the family. And if it was a good name, it stood for something.
Right.
So we had pride carrying the name of our parents and grandparents. You had pride in making sure that you were doing things that was not going to be disrespectful. You had pride in who you were. Even with all the segregation that was going on back then, they had a lot of pride of being Black, brown people. No matter what the adversity was, they just had a lot of pride.
And what makes that time even more impressive for people like him is that there were no handouts back then.
None.
There were no government loans. There were no small business loans.
No.
There was nothing. So everything they did, they had to dig it from the bottom. They were grimy as hell. They had to work for everything. That nobody gave them that. They didn't have like where the slave owners had land that they could pass down, which is generational wealth to their kids. These people had nothing. And he still did that.
Right.
And so, that's all that stuff that people really don't get or don't understand.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I want to know who's living in the house now.
I know, right?
That could possibly be a historical landmark,
I'm pretty sure it is because it had a marker out front. So I'm pretty sure it is.
Mm-hmm.
It had that's in Fort Worth here in Texas. So that plaque they showed, that's a historical marker. So I'm pretty sure his house is a historical landmark.
Just likely,
It's a museum or somebody actually living there taking care of it,
Well, shout out for Fat Boy for that one, man. That's another one. Mm-hmm. That's another one down in the books that he done brought. That what I'm saying. I kind of like it because it's like he just brings people that I've just even thought about or heard of at times. So shouts out to him on that one. Austin said, "Oh, this was from earlier." Austin said, "I've done everything y'all have said to women my whole life, and they expect it and don't appreciate it anymore." And again, Sean is 100% correct on history.
Of course, I'm correct. That's why I said it.
Mom said, when my son and nephew was younger, I installed in them they should open up the doors for a woman and protect her while walking down the street. That's like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All righty, man. We moving all along. I guess we ain't got a whole lot of talking going on with Fat Boy.
I know. Well, Fat Boy has some good insights, but
exactly. So I guess it's time. Actually, I was waiting on this time.
We'll go.
Yeah, do it then.
Dear brothers and sisters, man, what do we got today? Huh?
Pull it up.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. It's on you, dog.
All right. So this week for Dear Brother, Dear Sisters, do you think it's okay to talk about a past partner with their current partner, or is it disrespectful?
You go ahead.
Go ahead, Phil.
You over there.
I'm gonna let you start this one.
No, man. Why I gotta go? I don't. Well, this is the thing. It depends on the conversation and how you're trying to get to know a person. But it's also a thing that you don't want to overkill about a past with someone. So you kind of like have to measure or read the room, so to speak, when you're talking about your ex. It shouldn't be something to where you're making demeanor in that person that you're with because ex did something else better or anything like that, right? But I've had a situation where I was dating this lady, and she had just she's been divorced. Maybe she had been divorced for almost a year or two, maybe. and I understood the divorce was fresh. It's a fresh, you know what I'm saying? So of
Mhm.
course you're gonna talk about, you know, your past. You know, you're gonna talk about it or whatever. And sometimes I'm open just to, you know, because we were new. So I'm feeling she needs to vent and let it out and let the stuff go on, right? We talked for maybe 3 months, and it was still same shit. Dude, I'm telling you, dude. Let me tell you. We was going to a beach, and on the way to the beach, she pointed out everything that she and her husband, the ex-husband, did.
Mm.
Everything.
Mm.
Oh, we used to do this and we would do that, and there was our old house up there, and we lived over there. I was like, I just wanted to be. I was done. I was done. You know what I'm saying? Because it was kind of like you're not over that person yet, and I get it, and I understand it. If you're not over that person, yes, you're going to talk about it more because it hurt. Whatever the problem, you know, y'all had kids. You know what I'm saying? Y'all raised kids and all that type
That
of stuff.
part.
So
Mhm.
so it hurts when you know break apart for whatever reason was. Of course, you know she told me the reason, but you know I ain't gonna put her business out in the street like that. But you know it was bad. It was bad. You know what I'm saying? So. And instead of me thinking like, well, damn, he did this and did that wrong to you. Why the hell are you still talking about it? I didn't do that. I couldn't do that. You know, it was kind of like let her vent, let her, you know, I'm sure she need to speak to someone besides me,
Mhm.
you know,
Mhm.
about this
Mhm.
problem. You know what I'm saying?
Probably a professional.
A
But keep going.
professional, exactly.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Come and call
Mhm.
Dr. Cotton. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. That's cotton. Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But in that case, yeah, I you know, it's horrible. That's and I wouldn't say so much as disrespectful, but it will get to a point where it's disrespectful if I'm trying to have something with that person. Okay.
Mm.
Dr. Cotton.
So that's one of my experiences. I
I
got
think
more.
you know, Jill is spilling tea over here, so go ahead and take it.
What?
Jill?
Jill says, I really was interested in knowing the past relationships as it taught me a lot.
Mm. And that's one of the pros. That's one of the pros is learning, you know, about a person for what they've probably been through. You know what I mean? I think that's one of the pros. Shell said that Michelle Bird and Kim Jones, Daniel Danny, what does that mean? B. Haley, what does
I
that
don't
mean?
know what that one is.
Oh, that's Heather. Heather, what that mean? What that
Yes,
mean?
Heather. I don't know.
Is this a relationship or this is somebody that talked or whatever about they pass a lot or what?
Maybe
Talk to
that's
us. Heather, you
maybe,
just got in here. You gonna come
maybe
and
that's
blow?
to help.
Go ahead, Dr. Cotton. What'd you say? You saying so? Oh, she said she tagged her friends.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Bet that.
sorry.
Bet that.
Get your friends in on this. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Okay. So Dr. C, what you got?
No, I think, you know, I think when you are, and so this is stuff that I've actually gone through. I think is really great because one, if we're talking about the past, things that we went through, what we may have liked, didn't like, or whatever. But a lot of times for me, when I'm stepping away, I'm not stepping away because I'm mad or whatever. I step away because I know that this is not for me any longer. And so I'm just moving on, or they can move on. But I have talked to the people that I've dated. I have talked to their exes, you know, and talking, you know, and they just happy to talk to me. So I'm just gonna talk to you, and we're gonna talk about what we're gonna talk about with the person sitting there because it's interesting. But I think it comes with a level of comfort, you know, and being just you being who you are, and you are good in your own skin. So nothing is going overboard because I don't need to know the intimacy. But when it talks about the character of the person, of the guy that I'm dating, I do want to know that, you know, even with his parents and
do
his.
you ask those questions or do you?
Oh,
Or,
yeah.
That's the thing. It's a difference from when you're asking someone something as opposed to them always constantly talking
Right.
about somebody.
Riding around the city pointing out where they had their first date
Yeah, exactly.
or some stuff like that. What
I'm
the
like, I
hell?
didn't ask you that.
I
I
don't
don't
wanna
give a
hear
damn
that.
that y'all where y'all lived.
I don't want to hear that.
But you know,
Exactly.
I think it's, you know, when you have a wounded bird, you sometimes are you. So this is to something you said a few, you know, when we had Minister Kron on, and it was about you at the age, you know, losing someone, and then you begin to, every time you're with people, you trying to fix that. And so sometimes when you are attracted or you are, you know, attentive to something that you see that's a wounded bird, the bird comes to be healed, but then the bird always continues to show a sign that it's not healed because it's still limping, you know. And so while it's still limping, everything, the trauma, all the stuff that goes with that, you can see that. So it's like having to be very careful about what you're asking or what you're wanting a person to tell you, because the reality is sometimes you just say, hey, I don't want to talk about, especially when you know that it's a trigger for them.
Mhm.
Hey, can we just talk about something else, because I don't want to talk about that. But if you're mature enough and they're mature enough and you just saying, hey, this is the way that we are getting to know each other. And if somebody just happened to call that you date and they're calling while we here talking, hey, put them on speaker because I got some questions to ask. Don't how old I am, because I want to know some things, you know, about the person that I'm with. You know, even a friend now, like I asked, they've been married before, they've done a lot of things. So what happened in your marriage? What happened that made you and that person, you know, decide to go your separate ways? And, you know, and being able to talk about it so that I have an understanding of the person. It's not anything else, but just to understand the person that I'm dealing with, you know, and what they've gone through.
So what brought this topic up was, so one of the things is, you know, as most people who've been here before or who know, this is my second marriage and this is my wife's second marriage. So we go to my in-laws' house all the time, right? And we'll be there and she'll mention something about her ex-husband.
Who?
And Jill.
Yeah.
And so her parents like lose their shit. They be like, why don't talk about your ex-husband around your new husband? What kind of crazy stuff is that? And I'm like, okay, they got kids together. I'm supposed to like act like the dude just never existed.
Right.
I mean,
but then it's the context.
Me.
It's the context he's talking it in, saying it in, or talking about him, or like, you know what I'm saying. You guys, y'all have y'all understanding.
Yeah.
They don't understand what y'all understanding is.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So
they don't want her to be offensive to him because they like him.
They think right, but they thinking that
Exactly.
they thinking it is, but actually really not though. That's the
And
thing.
I told them before, I said, it doesn't bother me. You got to understand, they have children together. And now that's something else that, like, in the equation, when you have children together, the ex is going to come up. I mean, there's no way around that.
But like I said, it depends on the context too. It's like it's not like she's talking about, boy, such and such used to groove on the dance floor back in the day. You know what I'm saying? You know, and then you know they like, what, you know, you got a husband, right? You know what I mean?
It ain't that kind of
it's
stuff.
Not that exactly, but that's the only thing that would make it a con. You know, because there's a pros and there's a con. That would be a con. You know what I mean? When
but I'm like, they kind of made it seem like I was jealous, or I would be jealous or angry about that. And I'm like,
sort of friction between y'all. Yeah.
Oh, they angry.
Yeah, they're angry. They
don't like the ex-husband. They
angry. So every time you bring them up, they got an attitude.
Yeah, because you know they had a relationship with him too. That's the problem.
And it wasn't good. So
exactly. You know what I'm saying?
They not feeling that dude. So they ain't feeling. Please don't bring it up because they not feeling
exactly. It's hurting their feelings, not mine, and not Jill's.
Thanks for joining us, Haley. Feelings. I see Miss Haley. Miss Haley joined us. You guys.
Like I said, I was like, and like trust me, I don't mention my ex-wife much at all. unless I have to, or I'm talking to my daughter, and she brings her up or something like that. But I don't talk about her at all. But Jill don't care because she's not a jealous person. And then again, it's not like I'm saying, well, I'm not saying the best.
Depending on what you're saying too, you know what I'm saying?
I ain't dogging her, but I'm not saying the best about her either.
Exactly. So of course, who's gonna be mad at that?
I ain't talking about nothing nice.
That's why I said, depending on what you're talking about, who's gonna be mad at that? You know what I mean?
I ain't sitting around talking about, man, she had a fat butt. I ain't saying none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So all of that is a no-go. But like I said, there are people out here that find it disrespectful to talk about your ex. And I'm like, why? That lets you know where that person came from. And just like Fuel's date, it lets you know the level of trauma, because that one had a level 100 on trauma.
Yeah,
her PTSD
it was
out of this world.
It was 100. I'm talking about, didn't a day go by? I can say the name because it was kept going in my head, because it's like, really?
Right. I think I know, dude.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It was that bad, dude. So yeah, that's woo. Yeah.
Still comes down to, like I said,
it was experience.
You can't be a good couple until you're good single. And she was not ready to be a single.
She wasn't really ready to be single.
She needed to stay out of the dating pool for a long time.
Yeah. But sometimes people will date trying to get over that, but they really can't.
Well, that's what they say. The best way to get over an old one is to get under a new one.
Yeah, but
that ain't it.
Mom, Jill said, honestly, we have a son that's his mother, so I need to know about her and what your relationship has like to be a better wife and stepmom. Yes.
Facts.
Was like to be a better wife. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Thanks again. Danielle just joined us. She's new. That's what's up. We got a newbie in the house. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us.
Welcome.
I had to announce it. But let's get some more pros and cons, dude, about this though, because I think some people don't understand, what how this can affect your relationship.
Well, it affects it because people will take their old stuff into the new. And when you haven't absolutely resolved your issue with the last person, you're replaying things in your head concerning that person. And although it's not the new person's situation, that's not something that they're supposed to be dealing with, but you can't move past it. So there's things that you snap crackling about, you having PTSD because something said, or the way they move, or what they don't do. And, you just caught up in you instead of realizing let me take a break. I need 10 before I ever deal with somebody else, because if I am still getting upset about my ex and we haven't been together for a year or two, something is wrong with me. And so what you have to do is take and reevaluate your life. What is it that you're still holding your ex hostage for? Because whatever the pain is, whatever he did or she did, you're still holding them and you're blaming them for that, instead of just taking ownership of what you did or did not do in the relationship and move on. Right. Every relationship is not 100%. So whatever didn't work out, you may have wanted to be married to death do you part, but you only got married till the top of the capital D. You didn't even do the rest of it. So don't be mad because that's all you got, because that may be all you're supposed to have. So what I try to tell people, encourage them, what is the lesson? What is the lesson that I need to get out of the relationship? What is it that I can take from it that's going to make me a better person? So when I do get to my next relationship, I know this didn't work over here. I didn't like this over here.
Right.
I did this that I shouldn't have done. So now when I get to the new one, I'm trying to make sure I don't bring that kind of energy, that I don't say and do those things. And then I try to take whatever was positive from my old into the new, so that I can have some new things that I can use. So I need some new tools. So stop taking everything so personal when it comes to relationships. And if it doesn't work out, you just sprung. That's basically what it is. A lot of times people just sprung. They so used to having a habit that they don't want the habit to leave, even when they know the habit is good for them. So they keep having it.
Yeah. Just like you just said, they're sprung. What do you guys think about being addicted? Because and I'm gonna read this out there. It says there's an addiction that can come from being in a relationship. When you're in love, your experience feel good chemicals like dopamine. Yeah. I got you. It can be hard to give that feeling up. So even after the breakup, you continue to chase that feeling by revisiting memories of your ex in order to feel good again. The end of a romantic relationship can feel like a sort of withdrawal.
It is. Because you're obsessed. That's single white female. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
When you're sitting there and you are craving something all the time, or you wanting something and you trying to replace it, but it doesn't work, you have to let go. You have to let go, because the thing is this: if it was good for you, you wouldn't be in the position that you're in.
Exactly. Why are you not still together now? Because there's a reason that you're not together. And so
you got to let go, and letting go means, again, always take the positive out of the relationships. And if there's any lessons that you need to learn concerning yourself, point the finger at you. What is it that I did or did not do that I probably could have changed, to make the relationship better, or to show them that I'm willing to work in the relationship? If I don't put my best foot forward, how am I expecting them to put their best foot forward? And if I'm constantly nagging, which women, and this, we sometimes, because we so busy with our mouth and not listening with our ear, we can be very mouthy at times when we need to just sometimes be silent as a lamb and not say a word. Because you can miss what a man is not saying to you. This is the stuff that we miss out on. We miss the nonverbal cues that a man give us when he's tired, when he's had enough, or he's just trying to get his thoughts together. Because we're always trying to make sure that he's doing or saying what we want to validate us. You got to be able to validate yourself.
Right.
Nobody else should be validating you or should have to feel like they have to validate you. You have to be able to validate yourself. And then when you're able to communicate effectively to the person that you need to talk to, then they will get it. But as long as we continue to always trying to out talk or over talk a person, you're never listening to what's going on. So being obsessed with a person, especially like you said, that feel good emotion is something that makes people stay in stuff longer than they should. You got to be aware of that. And when you realize that, then you got to say, okay, you know what? I may love you, but man, I love myself more than I love you. Let me roll.
Jill said, I hear so many of my friends say they don't want to hear about the past relationship. And I always thought that was so odd.
So that's another part. That's another thing that happened about this, is that she's on a mom's group in our area, right? And so somebody had asked this question in the mom's group, and so Jill, like, she opened it up and was expecting to see a whole bunch of responses of like, man, I don't care, they can talk about that. But no, 90% of the women in that group ain't want to hear Nathan about no past, nobody, nothing, nada, no. And she was shocked.
Well, I mean, and sometimes some people don't realize how much it'll even help them know the person that you're with. Sometimes they just don't realize that.
That's why let your ex call while we in the car in the room together, and they talking, or I hear her voice. Hey, I need to ask her a question, because I got some things I want to know about you. And she got some answers, and that happened. I mean, and me and a couple of them, we have sat on the phone and talked. It wasn't anything of bashing him or anything like that. It's just me getting information that I may need, I may not need.
Well, you kind of need to know why they're not together, and if you can get that information from them, then hey. Okay, cool.
Heather said they need to learn. Heather said they need to learn too. I'm just saying.
Heather, you're right. We've discussed this on this very channel, this very chat over and over and over. That yes, they need to learn because people need to listen to comprehend and not listen to respond. And that's the biggest issue that people have is that they're just listening. And while you talking, they sitting there like, "Ooh, man, I'm gonna lay into their ass when I get to talk." And like you mad already, and you're not listening. You're not getting the context of the conversation.
Exactly.
You are just so mad that you ready to jump off that right now.
Man,
I gotta get this off.
No, so this is my thing. This is how I feel. I feel that I am so cold when I'm in the right relationship that it doesn't matter what happened before me, and it ain't gonna matter what happens after me. So the reality is, I do what I do while I'm there. I cannot worry about what and why it didn't work. It was not the timing was not for you.
But you do want to know or learn their characteristics. Yeah, you know what I mean. You want to learn.
You do, but like Dr. Cotton is saying. So when I work for the railroad, right, and I travel, and dudes would be like, "Man, ain't you worried about your wife cheating or doing this or doing that?" I'm like, brother or sister, I can't control what I can't control.
Yeah.
What the hell I'm gonna do? I'm gonna worry out here in this hotel room. I'm gonna worry what the hell she doing back there. Shit, I can't control her. I can only control me. And so what I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna worry myself to death out here and have an accident at work and get killed and all the work around these trains and being crazy. Why you people, you can only worry about what you can control.
Exactly.
And the reality is this, depending on how much respect people have for themselves, I always say this, people are grown. You really can't tell grown people what to do. Now, grown people come together, get married, they decide that they're going to work together, they're going to try to make it happen, they're going to build and do all of that. But if somebody decide, hey, I'm out, they grown. You cannot know what to do.
Heather said his past relationship don't matter to me. We talk about them, and I am friends with at least 2 of his exes.
That's what I'm
and that says something about his character. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
that says something about him. And it says something about who he actually chose to be his wife. You learned about what these women wasn't doing or didn't do or whatever because he chose you. You know what I'm saying? So learning about it is fine. It's just a matter of what context that they use when talking about the other person.
But the thing is, if you don't want your partner to talk to your exes, then there's some stuff in the bushes that's
something that you hide
that need to be beat out.
Exactly.
And like I said, look, I've talked to Jill's ex. I mean, I don't give a damn. I just know he likes to pick on women and children. So he ain't never stepped to me incorrect. And so that's what's up with that.
Heather said, "Let me give myself a pat on the back." There you go, Heather. There you go.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Hey, when is thinking about your ex a problem? So I'm gonna run it down, and you guys go in, and we're gonna go off of this one. You don't have to be concerned, or if thoughts of your ex come up from time to time. However, if you're thinking of your ex on a regular basis and it's impacting your new relationship, this could be a sign that something else is going on. Ask yourself the following questions. Do you usually think about your ex when you're with your new partner? Do your thoughts of your ex prevent you from enjoying your new relationship? Do you bring up your ex to your new partner, or do they suspect you're over them? You're not over them. Or do you look at your ex social media? That's the part I wanted to get down to. Do you look at your ex social media?
Are you
could that cause a problem? Is that for another show?
We can talk about that one right now.
Could that cause a problem?
Look, of course it could cause a problem. I'm gonna tell you right now. Look, from the day we got divorced, I had her blocked, she had me blocked. Let me tell you, when my son hit 18, I blocked her phone number.
Right.
So there is no connection. Look, my wife, her ex. Look, yeah, when he hit 18, I ain't got to talk to you never, ever again.
Right.
But anyway, so her ex has her blocked because there are things that happened that he is afraid that she's going to tell his current girlfriend.
Oh,
You know what I'm
So
saying?
he's hiding, yeah.
Yeah, he hiding. So everybody ain't no social media. Everybody blocked. ain't not, look, he's scared of somebody snitching him out. So yeah. So but yeah, if somebody's looking at their social media like on the regular or constantly or something like
Does
that,
that mean that they're not over that person?
they're not.
no. Oh, what do you mean? You mean if they look at their social media?
Yeah, I went through the phase. I ain't gonna lie.
I
went
know
through a phase.
I know you a troll.
No, so no, I don't. So Phil,
What?
it depends. So there's a singer named Duran Bernard.
Mhm.
He has a song called Unblocked. I need to check it out. It's funny as hell. So basically, the song kind of goes, "You remain unblocked so you can see how blessed I am."
There you go.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
why
yeah,
you
yeah.
remain
That's how
unblocked.
you twist
It
that
ain't for
shit.
me to throw no dirt on you or
Right.
nothing like that. But I'm gonna keep you unblocked so you can see the blessings that you missed out on, or that you kept me from getting.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. That's good.
Yeah. Well, you know, what I did was, why you laughing, dog?
As soon as you started, I'm like, as soon as you started, I know you about to say some crap. Go ahead.
No. I didn't troll or nothing. Like, I wouldn't. It was like this. You know, when I break up with people, we're still cool. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't have nothing against you. It just didn't work. You know, and we can still be friends. So, you know, every now and then or whatever, you know, our deal will pop up or whatever, and we see each other's stuff, and we'll either like, you know what I'm saying? That way. But then after a while, it was like, why you don't like my stuff no more? And I was like, I mean, because I wanted to get to a point where I'm over you. You know what I'm saying? Because a part of me, I don't think was really over you, because I kept, you know, going on there, seeing you and liking it and all that. So a part of me was not over you. But now that I'm over you, I don't have to do that. I don't want to see it no more. I don't care. I care for you as a person, and you can always call me as a friend. But as far as me, you know, keeping up, see what you're doing, what you got, you know, no. I'm cool with that.
Let me tell you, Phil, you already know.
But that's real. That's real talk. That could be a problem. So people out there that's listening to learn this. You know what I'm saying?
You already know that. Do you know, man? If you only knew how many fights liking a picture of somebody else than started,
breakups,
especially breakups, fights, or if you in a relationship and like, oh, you liking this hoes, oh, you liking everything on her Instagram.
Right.
What the hell? What? Oh no, you like this and that and that and that.
And that's because mentally you still, you know, you got something for that person.
Of course.
You know, even if you married and you on your social media and you liking one chick, or you got something for that person. That's why y'all cause a breakup. That's why y'all have the arguments that y'all have. You know what I mean? So, but anyway, I think I got that out. I'm glad I got that out. That actually felt good.
Dr. C, look, Phil was flat out hurt. He was like, "Why you not liking my stuff no more?"
That's bad. No, I was talking. No, she asked me that. I didn't ask her that.
Oh, okay.
No.
When it comes to people, and
asked me that.
Stop conversations and all that. I'm not blocking you. I'm not doing.
I don't go through all that. I can't go through all that.
I'm not going to do none of that, because at the end of the day, if my no is no. Like, it ain't a maybe. It's a nice NO. So that we all move on. And again, you don't have to move on because you're mad at a person.
Exactly.
You're moving on because you know that no longer works for you.
And you've grown past it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You've grown beyond that.
Okay. And so again, take the good out of it. Don't always think because you're having to move on that it's something bad. No, it's just not for you. You know, and I know a lot of people they go back and forth, you know, breaking up, getting together, breaking up, getting together. Like, who in the world, who got time for that?
Mhm.
You know, so
How many times?
Well,
We talked
sometimes
about
people
this.
go back because they're familiar. You know what I'm saying? They're just
We
familiar
talked
with
about
that
that a
person.
little while ago. I told you my point was, so some people are like, you know what? I'd rather stick with the evil I know instead of the evil that I don't know. And my
Exactly.
issue with that is no, there's a reason that you broke up. That's
Yeah.
why there is no going back. There should be no going back
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
there's a reason that you are not together.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And you can't change a person. That's the thing.
No.
No.
Change a person. They have to do it on.
Anytime that any of my ex that get intact with me, that's the first thing I think about is why we broke up. You
Really?
know,
Exactly.
and understand that the reason we broke up is because of something that I know that's just you, and you're not going to change it just to accommodate me. And I don't want you to change to accommodate me. I want you to be you. I
Yep.
just don't have to be with you. You know what I mean? And so that's that, you know, I mean, every daggone time and trust me, they'll hit me up or whatever. Hey, what's going on? Maybe we should go out and hang out. No. You know what I'm saying?
You sound a little lonely right now, and
Yeah,
I'm not
I mean,
trying to.
it's kind of like you're because you're familiar with me. You want to come back and be like and thinking, or either try to manipulate me into thinking, oh, we can have something. Oh no, I'm cool on you. I understand. I already see who you are. I understand.
Mhm.
I'm good. I'm good. So yeah, what's the therapy for the day? Yes, it feels good.
Mhm.
Got it off.
Yeah, he said it himself. He said, "I feel good. I got that off."
Yeah, man.
Hmm.
Hey, that's what's up. You guys, if y'all been watching, as y'all see the numbers scrolling, we're gonna have it scrolling next week, or actually for now known. You can call in. You guys can call in live. Call in live with the conversation. That's like, I don't know if you've seen it earlier, but Marshall, he didn't have nothing to talk about, but he still called in. I appreciate it. He gave us a good test on it. So.
Marshall got his off too, but
he got it off. Yeah.
Dr. Cotton was like, nope, not here.
He
Playboy.
had his confession and everything for Dr. C. His little confession for Dr. C. But anyway, hey Marshall, you ain't get none of that. None of that. All right, man. That's gonna do it for us today, y'all. I mean, once again, man, always good conversation with you guys. Always learning things. Again, shout out to Fat Boy. He's out there. I hope you've been safe out there, man. In them, well, I ain't gonna say in them streets. He's on his
Man,
way,
look, he freezing. I already saw a picture. He cold up there, bro.
Oh yeah.
Cold. It's cold
Hey,
up
and
there.
if you watch it, man, holler at Cyrell. Cyrell's out there, boy. Holler at him. See if you can holler at him. Thank you guys. Love y'all, of course. Next week we're gonna have more topics, more stuff to talk about. And if you want to talk or want to, you do the Dear Brothers Sisters. Go ahead, do it.
Well, look, I don't know the email address, but I know
got
I've
it
been
up
here for a minute. But everybody out there, I love y'all here. Dr. C, love you. Phil, love you. Everybody out there listening, everybody out there that's listening right now, tell 2 or 3 other people to get in here, because basically without you, we're not here. So we definitely need you here. Remember, send in your dear brothers and dear sisters. Phil has the information about that, so we can go ahead and get that off. Other than that, that's pretty much all I got. Everybody have a blessed weekend, rest of the week, and just remember, just be a good person.
There you go.
It don't cost a dime to be a good person. Dr. C.
Dr. C.
Well, as always, a great show. Thank you for all those that were new, that were listening in, those that joined in the conversation to give us their opinion, and just it's wonderful to get on and talk about different things and be able to have perspectives that are true to what is really going on right now in our times and the things that we're being challenged with. But the one thing, don't lose sight of who you are. In all of this, don't lose sight of who you are and who God called you to be, because at the end of the day, the only thing you can do is be your best you. So
right.
Until next week, be good to yourself, stay true to yourself, love yourself, and be kind to yourself. And then when you're going through, just always look in the mirror and say, you are the baddest thing that ever happened to me.
Thank you, Jill. Thanks, Jill, for watching. Heather for watching. Thanks. Yeah, take a note out of Heather's book, you guys, and tag people when y'all come in on the show. When y'all come in, tag people just like she did. We appreciate Danielle, Haley coming in and joining us and stuff. I appreciate you. Hope we see you again next week. Once again, all our favorite,
Austin, thank you for listening.
What'd you say?
I said, Austin, thank you for listening. Austin.
Yeah, Austin, what's up? That's what's up. And Moms, we appreciate you always coming in, tapping in as well. So, just like I said, man, it's just like Woody said, or Liv says, tell somebody to tell somebody to tell somebody. All right. And then we're going to see y'all next week. Y'all got any topics, hit us in the email at firedupbroadcasting@gmail.com. And we'll talk about it next week. All right. But until then, remember,
if they talk about you behind your back, they behind you for a reason.
Peace.
All our illusions will disappear, and all the reasons start to fade.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Reasons, the show where you can give your reasons why you think what you feel about what we're talking about today. We should know this, man. We say no.
Dear brother, how do y'all deal with erectile dysfunction when you're in a relationship?
I wouldn't know how to do it unless I had it. And remember, if they're talking about you behind your back,